I caught my husband and my married neighbor together on our bed. They both went ballistic when they found out I told her husband everything. I have been married to my husband for 7 years. We have an 8-year-old autistic son, and life's already been pretty stressful for both of us. I thought we were handling it as a team, like we were in this together, until a few weeks ago when everything fell apart. We live in a small neighborhood where everyone's pretty friendly, and I got along well with our next-door neighbors, Emily and her husband Dave. Emily and I weren't super close, but we chatted often. Our kids played together sometimes, and our husbands would occasionally hang out too. At first, I thought it was nice that my husband and Emily seemed to get along. You know, just neighbors being friendly. But then things started to feel off. My husband became more secretive, especially with his phone, and he always seemed to bump into Emily when I wasn't around. He'd go out for random walks or suddenly needed to run errands right after dinner. I noticed these little things, but I didn't want to seem paranoid. I mean, we've been through a lot together. I didn't think he would do something like that to me. Then one day, everything came crashing down. I had to come home early from work unexpectedly because our son's school had a half day I forgot about. I walked in, and there, in our bedroom, I found my husband and Emily together. In our bed. I felt like the world stopped. They both freaked out when they saw me, my husband scrambling for clothes, and Emily crying, saying it was a mistake and that she was so sorry. I couldn't even process it. I just walked out, shaking, and went to pick up my son from school. Later that night, I confronted my husband, and he admitted to having an affair with her for the past few months. He begged me to forgive him, said it was a stupid, impulsive thing, and swore he loved me and didn't want to lose our family. I was heartbroken, but I couldn't even look at him. I had no idea what to do, but I knew I couldn't stay with someone who would betray me like that. Then there was Emily's husband, Dave. I knew him well enough to know he was completely in the dark about all of this. I couldn't just stay silent and let him be blindsided like I was. So, the next day, I went over to their house while Emily was out and told Dave everything. I even showed him proof texts, pictures, everything I had. He was devastated, obviously, but he thanked me for being honest with him. And that's when the real drama started. Both my husband and Emily went ballistic when they found out I told Dave. My husband said I should have kept it between us and worked it out for the sake of our son. Emily called me all kinds of names, saying I had no right to tell her husband and that I ruined her life. She even claimed it wasn't serious and that I blew everything out of proportion. Now, Dave is considering divorcing her, and I've already filed for divorce myself. But I'm getting a lot of flack from mutual friends, saying I went too far by telling Dave and that I should have tried to keep things private to avoid tearing apart two families.